Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors tonight. There's a lot of emotions that we could obviously get into. Obviously, the Lakers lost. With this loss, the Lakers fall to the 10th seed in the Western Conference. But it's not just the Lakers that is a bit of an embarrassment night for them, but also the NBA. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, 30 minutes for a shot clock frustration, if you will. I mean, in all of my years of watching NBA, I have never waited so long for a game to get started after a shot clock issue. It took freaking 30 minutes. I mean, talk about an embarrassing night for the NBA. Changes needs to happen when it comes to, I don't know, video review. I mean, how long does that have to take for you to know if LeBron shot a three or if it wasn't out of bounds? I mean, that was just craziness all around from the refs' perspective of our frustrations of the ref, just this season in general. There has to be some changes when it comes to the NBA and their shot clock issue, the refs issue, just everything. Everything needs to come to the table with Adam Silver and the rest of the officials and say, you know what, we need to change something because this is totally unacceptable. This was on live television, by the way, televised, type of game. So talk about an embarrassing night for the NBA when it comes to the shot clock issue that they were dealing with and waiting for almost, for some reason, yeah, 30 minutes. Man, it seemed longer than that. I was just it was just horrible, horrible type of officiating, horrible type of night for the NBA. But at the same time, it is a bad night for the Los Angeles Lakers, unfortunately, guys. I mean, they um, worst game ever I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you, Daniel. You're putting up all the comments here, and I really appreciate you putting it out there. It was just bad night, bad night for the NBA and for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to officiating and a video review. I mean, you name it. I mean, it was just bad all around for the Los Angeles Lakers and the NBA when it comes down to it. I mean, the good news for the Golden State Warriors that they beat the Lakers, and I think they're now within the ninth seed in the Western Conference, where the Lakers fall to the 10th seed in the Western Conference. Now, there's still some time. I mean, the Lakers could potentially get back up to the ninth, maybe the seventh seed in that sort of instance, and somehow if they want to just get passed through one game of the play-in for them to go into the postseason with being the seventh seed in the Western Conference. But it's just a disappointing night for the Los Angeles Lakers, guys. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. I mean, it was a worse game out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers defensively. Defense was tragic for the Lakers. It was a terrible defensive team. They didn't know how to make any stoppage. Defense was just nowhere to be found for the Los Angeles Lakers after Anthony Davis suffered an injury in the first quarter with an eye contusion. So, once again, when Anthony Davis left the court, you can just tell that the Lakers defense completely was a no-show. It was just a no-show when it came down to it. So once again, it's a continuation for the Lakers defense. It continues to fail us every single game. And when Anthony Davis is playing, that's our defense right there. When Anthony Davis is playing for the Lakers, he's our defense. There's no one else out there. Vando's still out. You can make the argument that Cam Reddish defensively, he's a good, solid player defensively for us when it came down to it. But once again, the bigs. There's no bigs on this Lakers team, and that right there shows you that Lakers should have went hard on a potential defensive player, an elite defensive player, maybe at the trade deadline, trade some couple of picks, second round picks to get a potential center, maybe you know uh, Drummond. You could have gotten Drummond if somehow we made a trade for him. with the Chicago Bulls. So it is a tough uh, turn of events for the Lakers when it comes to their defense. Their defense is continuing to be the downfall for them. I mean, they give up a lot of offensive rebounds as well. I mean, this has been the continuation again for the Lakers. They allow a lot of defensive uh, balls to go to the other team, and it's just always been that way for almost this season now. I mean, I can't remember a time when the Lakers were playing elite defense when they allowed to have so many offensive rebounds given up to the other opponents. I mean, that's just right there alone, guys. It was just a horrible night for the Los Angeles Lakers. And once again, it's a continuation that defense is key for you to win games. It's not just your offense. I mean, the Lakers played great on offense. Let's just say that, right? The Lakers offensively, they played great. But when you're playing great on offense, you also need to play good on defense. Defense was a no-show for the Lakers. When Anthony Davis got, like I said, when Anthony Davis got out in the first quarter due to an eye contusion because of injuries, the Lakers defense plummeted because of it. So right there alone, guys, I mean, the Lakers just right there is just, they're not going to win games like this if they're going to lose, not play defense. That's what it is. You're not going to win games when you play bad defense like this. That's what it is when it comes down to it. And absolutely tonight, I mean, Lakers sucked with, shaking head, shaking head right there. I mean, it was just a disappointing night for the Lakers. They sucked. And now AD's hurt. Everything that could have gone gone wrong tonight did. It did. It's bad enough that the NBA issues, but now the Lakers issue is now not having Anthony Davis playing due to an eye contusion. Now he could potentially come back. I mean, it's just an eye contusion, but at the same time, it sort of depends on how badly serious is his eye injury. Is will he be out for if he can't see from his other eye? Could he potentially be out for the next couple of games? Sort of remains to be seen. But guys, let's just say this about Anthony Davis. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I don't want to hear it. Anthony Davis stayed healthy for almost 60% of his games. Okay. He was healthy for 60 games. And we really have to commend on the guy who suffered injuries, throughout the NBA season. And he played through it. It's just amazing how Anthony Davis continuously shows and prove all the doubters wrong that he can play healthy throughout this NBA season. And he actually did it. He really did. And now tonight, it's unfortunate he got injured, but at the same time, it's an eye contusion. It's not. I'm not saying that the eye contusion is bad or anything. It's not, or like isn't bad. I mean, it is a bad injury. I mean, you have to see when you're playing. So with that, Anthony Davis is potentially could be out for, I don't know, next day-to-day type of scenario, but at the same time, it's really for the Lakers. It really is because we need his defense. His defense is big for this Lakers team, and he is our defense. Okay, there's no other way of saying it. He is our defense when it comes down to it. And Vando is not going to come back anytime soon. And it's just another continuation where the Lakers continue to struggle defensively, where they play better offensively. They still isn't is a bad situation where the Lakers are at this moment. So it's unfortunate. So we went on a rant there, a big tangent there, but just real quick, guys, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. Please follow me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZLN on YouTube. Make sure to hit that notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button, so you'll be in the know when I go live of every single Lakers post game show. I really appreciate all the love, support, guys. I mean, we're going a huge community here, and I really appreciate we continue this route that we're on. So please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's get into the team stats. Obviously, it's a loss, but at the same time, let's talk about the good and the bad of what went down tonight. Obviously, defense was completely bad for the Lakers. I mean, they were out rebounded by the Golden State Warriors. and offensively. Like I said, those offensive rebounds was, you know, was just bad. I mean, Lakers had 8 offensive rebounds to the Golden State Warriors 14. So, it was just, and they have 45 rebounds, so Lakers 39. The Golden State Warriors just annihilated the Lakers in that area. And especially offensively, when it comes to shooting, they shot 41% from the three and 52% from the field to Lakers 51, and Lakers shot 35% from the three. When you look at just the rest of it, I mean, the Lakers tied with steals and blocks for both teams, but the Lakers throw the ball 9 times to the Golden State Warriors 7. So once again, as I was talking about, I mean, the offensive rebounds has really hurt the Lakers. I mean, they just allowed a lot of offensive rebounds to be given up to the other opponents throughout this NBA season, or just so far after the All Star break. So it's just obviously defense has been hurting the Lakers. No Vando and no Cam Reddish, just top defensive players. I mean, Christian Wood, I mean, he's also still out. So, the Lakers are just depleted with the second unit and not having these a lot of defensive players to be playing for you in this game. It just hurts the Lakers badly. And, not having another big man other than Anthony Davis being your defense, you're going to lose games that way. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. And now with Anthony Davis's injury, as I said, with his eye contusion, he is this Lakers team is going to be completely, depleted with defensive players. I mean, I don't know anyone else who's going to step up defensively. Maybe LeBron James, but there's no one else really I can't really think of. Maybe Rui Hachimura, but he's a long shot because he's more of an offensive player. But maybe Torian Prince, Jackson Hayes, I'm done with him. But maybe Spencer Dinwiddie, maybe defensively, he will be a big help for the Lakers on defense. But we just have to wait and see with Anthony Davis's injury and not knowing the status of when he will return. It is going to be a hard situation for the Lakers when it comes down to it. So it's unfortunate. It really is. And, with just the stats tonight, I mean, kudos for LeBron, though. I mean, he balled out when Anthony Davis got injured. He stepped up to the plate with 40 points, went 15 of 23 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three. It could have been 4 of 5, but, let's not get into, or we could, but, at the same time, the refs this season has been complete trash. I mean, they have been trash all around when it comes to their decisions and making video reviews, and it's just they've been a disappointment. They have been a disappointment for the NBA, and players are showing it. They're trying their best not to get fined or get suspended, but it is their frustration is showing, and especially in this game where we waited 30 minutes for the shot clock to just get resolved, and it's just they just couldn't fix it, and to the point that the announcers were announcing the seconds that were on the clock. I mean, talk about an embarrassment for the NBA when it comes down to that area of their mishap in this game. So something needs to be fixed, and Adam Silver needs to sit down and have a meeting with his officials and his board, you name it, with the NBA teams, and just talk about what's going on with the refs and the shot clocks, and we need improvement because it was just ridiculous. It was just disappointment, when it comes down to it. Exactly. I mean, shot clock, frustration. I mean, shaking your head. I mean, it's laughable. Absolutely. Terrible game. I agree with you on that, Daniel. Steph and Clay, they were on fire. Yes, they were, especially Clay. Sure, we can talk about Steph Curry out there, but let's talk about Clay. I mean, the guy who's still coming off the bench for the Golden State Warriors after being benched, still putting up big numbers. And this guy is a free agent next year. And you never know. He's been linked to the Lakers. He's been linked to the Miami Heat. So there is a possibility the Lakers could pursue Klay Thompson. You never know. He would. And, being the the Lakers being his favorite NBA team growing up because of his father playing there. It just shows you that maybe there could be a glimpse that the Lakers are potentially pursuing a guy like Klay Thompson. But we just have to wait and see. You never know. The Golden State Warriors could potentially somehow go into the free agency and somehow just announce a huge contract going to Klay Thompson. But we just have to wait and see. But Klay was great. Steph Curry was great, 31 points. Klay Thompson, 26 points. He went 5 of 10 from the three. And, it was just, I'm talking about Klay here. Klay went 5 of 10 from the three out there tonight. So kudos to him for being the shooter for the Golden State Warriors out there tonight. Like I said, the Golden State Warriors shot around 41% from the three to the Lakers. I believe it was 31%, or was it 30? I mean, I could look it up real quick, but it was not the best shooting night for the Los Angeles Lakers once again. But for sure, people were paying over $300 for upper tickets tonight. That's crazy. I mean, at best, especially of the mishap tonight, the team, or players, excuse me, the fans should get a discount or somehow get their money back because of just a bad calling, for the uh, for the NBA when it comes down to it. So, but anyway, it's just a tough situation. That's what it was out there tonight, and we already know what it was. I mean, the Lakers' defense was the main reason why they didn't win this game, and plus Anthony Davis's injury played a big role in that, and a speedy recovery for Anthony Davis. I have to say, Anthony Davis was our rock. When it comes to our defensive team, defensive uh, caliber. Self, when it comes to being the huge part of this Lakers team, because you have no defensive players. You really don't. All of our players are offensive players, and they are a good offensive team. I mean, they know how to score. They play better offensively, but when you play better offensively, as I said, when you play better offensively, you always need to play great defense with that. And the Lakers were just a no-show defensively when it comes down to that. So it's unfortunate. It really is that the Lakers missed an opportunity tonight to beat the Golden State Warriors. It should have been a winnable game. I mean, just looking at the end of the game and how well they played in the fourth quarter, where they tried to come back. But it was just a tough situation. It really was. And plus, Anthony Davis got injured in the first quarter. I mean, just looking at the scores, I mean, the Lakers were down by 7 in the second quarter, and they were down at one point by 6 in the third quarter, and the Lakers were up by 1 in the fourth. So I think most of that had to do with with LeBron James playing well, and obviously they were playing better offensively in that particular moment. So, but it just wasn't enough because of the bad defense out there tonight. It was really sad out there tonight, without a doubt. Let's read some more comments here from Ghetto Rabbit. Really appreciate you joining. Clay and Kaminga stepped up tonight. Russ was the only Laker in backup LeBron tonight. Yeah, he was. I mean, just looking at the stats out there tonight, I mean, those are our only two guys that really stepped up to the plate. I mean, it really was. LeBron James scoring 40 out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. As I said, went 15 of 23 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three, and giving us 8 rebounds and 9 assists with 1 steal and 1 block. So he was our rock. I mean, the guy was just stepping up when Anthony Davis was injured. So he needed to step up, and he actually did so in the fourth quarter. So give credit where credit is due. LeBron at age 39, 21st season in the NBA, a scoring champ as he is doing what he needs to do to help this team out. So, and then you have D'Angelo Russell with 23 points, 13 assists out there, doing what he can to help out LeBron. But the rest of the team around him, they were a no-show. There were not a lot of help from this Lakers team. I mean, Rui Hachimura had 14 points, had 4 rebounds. At best, we should have seen much better effort defensively for Rui Hachimura, having him grab more rebounds and just, showing more efforts on the defensive side, but he was more helpful offensively. And if anything, Darvingham should have gave him more minutes to help us, just score. I mean, when the Lakers are down by a certain margin of a deficit in the game at any time, Rui Hachimura does step up for the Lakers when it comes to the offensive side. So, if anything, we should have seen much better efforts offensively from Rui Hachimura, but it was just not looking good for the Lakers defensively, and that was also played a big role in that as well. So then you have Austin Reeves, who had 11 points, went 2 of 9 from the three, and Anthony Davis, with due to his injury, eye contusion, he managed to give us 8 points and 4 rebounds. I'm telling you guys right now, if Anthony Davis did not get injured, I think we would have ended up in a better situation. When it comes to defense and also offensively as well. We would have seen more scoring from Anthony Davis when it comes to his defensive scoring side of the ball, as well as defensive side of the ball as well. So it sucked that he got injured. If he would have played throughout the game, I think we would have been a whole better situation. But you know, it is what it is. We could predict here and there, but hopefully speedy recovery for Anthony Davis, because he is our rock when it comes to Lakers defense when it comes down to it, without a doubt. Blue Diamond Gem, welcome to the live stream. We appreciate you joining. La Lapeds, always crying. Yeah, I mean, why? There's a reason why. I mean, the Lakers are not winning games, and he is the only guy that is doing what he does, and it just shows you how great LeBron James is when it comes down to the Lakers, not stepping up their end, especially our players, to just do what they need to do. But LeBron just obviously need to carry the team on his back due to Anthony Davis being out. It just shows you that you know LeBron could be frustrated, show some anger, especially for the NBA and the refs. Waiting for 30 minutes just for the game to get started. I mean, to continue. I mean, it's just a frustrating situation, and I honestly don't really blame LeBron James when it comes to his frustration. And for what you're saying, Blue Diamond. I mean, if you can say that he's crying, but I think it's just out of frustration, really. So with that, I mean, it's just a tough situation where LeBron has had to deal with all this crap, but at the same time, it's the team in general, because you know just just a bad efforts defensively. I mean, that's what it is. When it comes to this Lakers team, there's no other way of saying it. It's pretty bad for the Lakers defensively of how bad they are. So there's no other way that they can change anything up. I mean, they can't find somebody in the free agency market right now to replace. And there's just nobody really. I can't really think of one, especially for a big man. Can't really think of one. I mean, I know they signed uh, Harry Giles the third, but he is nobody that anybody's going to that he's not going to make a huge impact on this team defensively. So, and when it comes down to playoff time, he's not going to participate. I mean, that's the thing. Part of his contract, signing with the two-way contract with the Lakers, is that he can't play in the playoffs. So what's the point of signing him? I mean, if the Lakers go all the way in the postseason, somehow reach the NBA Finals or win a championship, maybe he'll get that, but his stats will not show up. When it comes to his efforts in the postseason. So it's just a tough situation defensively for us. It is. It's just a tough situation when it comes down to it. It's unfortunate. Let's continue on. Let's talk about the team stats. I already talked about the starting lineup. I mean, our second unit, it's trash. It really is. I mean, there's no effort. I mean, when you don't have the others, with you know Jared Vanderbilt still out, Kem Reddish is out due to another injury or still dealing with an injury that he had previously. He did return a couple of times, but past couple of games, but you can tell that something was bothering him. So injuries there is still bothering Cam Reddish. Gabe Vincent, he's you know even with the Lakers record so far, he had made no contribution with the 3 games that he was playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. So I don't know, maybe the postseason will play a whole different scenario because how well he does play in the playoffs. But you never know. We just have to wait and see how things are for the Lakers when it comes down to it. But I don't know. Maybe once he returns, maybe things will start to turn around. But it's a long. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. When it comes to his return, which is obviously may happen in mid March, according to the reports. Um, so yeah. I mean, we'll see Vincent coming to the court very soon for the Lakers. Christian Wood is still out. His defense plays a big role for the Lakers as well. I mean, other than Anthony Davis, Christian Wood, Vando are defensive players. They really are. I mean, those 2 guys are key defensive players. No one else is. It's a tough situation and the tough reality of where the Lakers are when it comes to their defensive struggles. They're giving up a lot of offensive rebounds. They're not completing any stoppage from other opponents. I mean, if you can just tell when the Lakers score half the time, they always allow the other team to score on them right away. I mean, it's just that's why you don't put the best defensive players on those particular opponents because you don't have a good defensive team. So, and some of the players don't play good on defense. So it's unfortunate. This is where the Lakers are at when it comes to their situation and what they have to deal with. And that's why I like to look back at the trade deadline of why the Lakers did not make any moves at the trade deadline. You could have. You could have. I mean, you could have went after some defensive players instead of going for the top stars or the top player that's on the free agent or the trade deadline market. Uh, you know, DeJounte Murray. I mean, you were looking at that player in particular, but you didn't go after another need for this Lakers roster, and that is another big man at the center position. You could have gone after um, DeAndre Drummond. That could have been another scenario where the Lakers could have improved in that particular area. But they didn't, and they stayed silent. They want to save their assets for the off season to potentially pursue another star, which when I'm hearing that it is potential that it could potentially happen. But we just have to wait and see what the other teams are that the Lakers are looking at when it comes to um, Donovan Mitchell and I think Trey Young. I heard Kyrie Irving is in the mix, but that's a long shot there. But at the same time, Lakers do have potentially in the offseason 3 available first round picks. Could they make something and turn it to a better situation for the Lakers going into next season? It is possible, but at the same time, Lakers really need to do their homework when it comes to giving up all your assets to you know get somebody of to be part of your future for many years to come. So we just have to wait and see what they have to do. So yeah, guys. I mean, I went on a rant. I went on my frustrations of this game, the NBA, and it's just not looking good for the Lakers so far. With them falling down to the 10th seed in the Western Conference, it is a tough situation now. I mean, I last time I checked, I mean, Lakers are now 15, 16 games remaining of the NBA season to make a playoff push. So far, they're not doing good right now since the All Star break to make any sort of progress within the standings in the NBA. So, especially in the Western Conference. So, it is a tough situation where they're at. My still hope is Lakers will still make the playoffs, but it's going to be a tough road for the playoffs because they have to get through the play-in and face honestly some tough teams. When it comes down to their schedule for the play-in, because it is potential that the Lakers will face either the Golden State Warriors in the first round of the play-in, and potentially will face either the Suns or the Dallas Mavericks to get either the eighth seed or the seventh seed, in the for the postseason. So, and the other tough part is if the Lakers get any of these, I mean, at best, my hope is Lakers will get the eighth seed because where I'm looking at the standings right now, OKC just gained the number one seed in the Western Conference, and the Lakers have beaten the OKC Thunder multiple times this season. They lost one game, you know, in their home court this season, but with the four matchups that they face, I mean, they are 3-1 against the OKC Thunder. So, with that being said, I mean, it is my hope that the Lakers will get the eighth seed. I can't believe we're thinking this type of way, but at the same time, we have to look at the standings. Who is easier for the Lakers to face in the first round and somehow survive within the second round if somehow they do face either the Denver Nuggets or the uh, the Minnesota Timberwolves. It could be a possibility, but it is a tough situation where the Lakers are at. But we just have to wait and see. It is with 15 games, 16 games remaining of the NBA season. Maybe the Lakers will bounce back. You never know, but we just have to wait and see on that because it's just not looking good. I mean, Lakers defensively, they're not looking good. It's been very tough when it comes down to it and where they're at within the standings and how badly they've been playing because of their lack of defense and the no-show defensively. So it is a tough situation, but my hope is Lakers will somehow maybe buckle down and realize what's at stake, make a playoff run, and somehow get either the seventh seed or maybe the eighth seed. But so far, they're within the 10th seed, and they have to fight. If they end of this season, if they still end up being the 10th seed, the Lakers have to go to 2 rounds to get the eighth seed. I mean, it's a tough situation where they're at. They have to beat the Golden State Warriors in the first round, and then they have to go through the second round to either face the Suns or the Dallas Mavericks. So it is a tough road for the Lakers. And my hope is that they will somehow buckle down and realize what's at stake and just do what they can to win games. That's what it is right now. And, with Anthony Davis potential being out for day to day type of games, it could be a tough situation for them defensively. And, it's going to be tough. It really is. And just keep the faith, I guess. That's all I really have to say. So I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. Once again, I thank you, Daniel, uh, Ghetto Rabbit, and also Blue Diamond Gem for joining me on this live stream and commenting on here. We're really good. Really had some really good conversations on here. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe and follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. And if those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe to ZLN on YouTube and hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know when I go live for every single Lakers post game shows. And for any news, rumors, update, speculation, this is the channel for you. So please make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, follow me all across social media. The links will be in the description of this live stream, so you guys can check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the love, support, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.